Well, we tried. We made a furtive attempt at returning to life in the office, but our government has said if you can work from home, you absolutely must work from home. Especially if you have an isolation station, in which case work from there. So welcome back to Isolation Station 24601, and here is your wrestling news. We have the Backstage reaction to Retribution from Monday night. 2 Raw stars are on Vince McMahon's push list, and some bizarre WWE merchandise is coming soon. Talk about this in a minute. So I'm hoping by now you've seen my mental breakdown from Raw Graded. I'm very grateful for all the messages asking if I'm okay, offers of hugs and money. It's much appreciated. I'm fine. Raw was a bit rubbish though, wasn't it? And Retribution's proper debut, featuring the in-ring personae of Slapjack, Teabag and Mace Windu from Star Wars, whatever their names are. Yeah, it was a bit of a funny one, wasn't it? But we have some details on what the Backstage area made of Retribution's appearance on Monday. So, WrestleVotes tweeted out, just talked to a source who was in the building last night, said the presentation of Retribution was a major topic of discussion, met with laughter. Direct quote, the masks and names are already making the road for these guys impossible to climb. It's a bit of a mixed metaphor, but you get the message. Fightful follow this up with some details as well. They say, those that we've spoken to have said they weren't informed of any long-term plans for Retribution from the jump, and much of it felt hastily thrown together, even from the Backstage perspective. One female wrestler on Monday Night Raw has also said, I feel bad for Mia Yim and Mercedes Martinez. It's a good spot, but they've worked so long and are facing a battle to not make this look as dumb as it is. Whew! Not the most glowing of reactions from a lot of people backstage. However, not everybody was ragging on Retribution the way that you and I and they were. Shotzi Blackheart was up for it. She was having a chat with Pro Wrestling Sheet and she said, I think their debut was pretty badass. Dio looked like Predator. Everyone was wearing super cool masks of all that appeals to me because I like the darker side of things. I'm for it. I like masks. I like all of the black. I like the crazy face paint that they're doing. They're wrecking stuff and just being destructive. I'm all for it. Where do I sign up? Shotzi, wholesome to the very end, giving some love to Retribution. If you haven't watched what happened on Monday Night Raw yet, maybe take time to watch it and draw your own conclusions. It was a bit crap, but draw your own conclusions. Staying on Monday Night Raw, there were 2 stars on Raw last night who got quite a bit of attention. One was Peyton Royce, who was in there in the mix with Asuka, despite not winning, certainly didn't lose to Asuka because of some DQ shenanigans. And the other was Bianca Belair, who was in the gym showing up all the other blokes in there, weightlifting, walking on her hands, just being a beast of a woman. Wow! And this is part of a plan. These are some names that were thrown around back in August, and they've come back to light today because, according to the Wrestling Observer, they are 2 names at the top of what Vince McMahon's what is called Vince McMahon's push list. So people that he definitely wants to get over. So just to reiterate something that came up from August, it's back at the forefront once again, as Vince McMahon once again was talking about this week how much he wants to get behind Bianca Belair and Peyton Royce. You can see the merit in both of them, and the fact they're at the top of this aforementioned push list is pretty strong going. However, you and I, We've played this game before, haven't we? We know the dance that goes on here. We'll be here one week saying, hey, Vince McMahon is really high on the man that collects his bins on a Tuesday, thinks he can be the next big wrestling star, And then anywhere between 3 months and 4 hours later, it's, Vince has soured on this such and such a person. I genuinely hope that Vince does not sour on Bianca Belair, because I think there is so much stock that you can put into someone like Bianca Belair. She's got the gift in the ring. She's got an incredible look. She's got charisma for days. You could really put the company on her shoulders, and geez, she could bench press the company at this point. I'm just putting that out there. Peyton Royce isn't far behind either. I love some of the stuff that Peyton Royce has been doing, not just as part of the Iconics, but even some of the burgeoning single stuff that she's involved with. I think there's a lot of promise in someone like Peyton Royce. Away from the WWE, a former champion in the WWE is taking part in Josh Barnett's Bloodsport once more. It's been confirmed that Simon Grimm, the artist formerly known as Simon Gotch from the Vaudevillains, is going to be taping up and squaring up in the middle of something that vaguely resembles Shane McMahon's original concept, Raw Underground. I'm winking at it. Winking at it. See you later, fourth wall. Simon Grimm added to the show for the third time. This will be his third run out of Bloodsport. First time he faced JR Kratos. Second time he was in there with Anthony Corelli, formerly Santino Marella. I love the idea of Simon Gotch and Santino Marella just knocking bells out of one another as part of Bloodsport. And we don't know who he's facing at time of recording, but he's going to be mixing it up for Bloodsport. Also announced for Bloodsport yesterday was Allysin Kay, formerly Sienna in Impact Wrestling, former NWA Women's Champion. Now, she was on Desert Island Graps a couple of months back now. Everything blurs in 2020, doesn't it? But she was on the show a while ago, telling me what her 3 wrestling matches she would watch on a desert island were. And amongst all that, she was talking about some of her MMA stuff. If you follow Sienna on the gram, down with the kids, me. Hey, hit or miss, bet they never miss, huh? If you follow her on Instagram, you'll know that she's got that MMA style swagger to her, and she's certainly got a lot of love for that game as well. And she was saying on Desert Island Grap she was keen to get back into it as well. And I think via Bloodsport's not a bad way to do it. So she joins quite a stacked lineup for Bloodsport. John Moxley in there, Homicide, Deonna Purrazzo, the reigning Impact Knockouts champion. Chris Dickinson's on there, Killer Kelly, Filthy Tom Lawler, Davey Boy Smith Jr. announced over the weekend as well. Alexander James from WXW. It's going to be a beefy show. Bobby Lashley, but not Bobby Lashley. Can we tempt you with a nice, cool glass of Destrucity? This is very 2020. WWE has partnered up with Wines That Rock to offer us some very bizarre merchandising. So you are now able to pre-order your WWE Wines. Yes, indeed. So let me talk you through the 2 wines on offer. Owen, can you drop in some nice sophisticated wine music, please? Thank you. I should probably get my jacket for this as well. There we go. So, you can choose between the following. The Phenom Crew pack of wine. For 3 decades, The Undertaker has loomed over the WWE landscape like a menacing shadow, spelling out doom for those who dare to cross him. Each unique Undertaker bottle is marked with the individual bottle number as well as the barrel it came from, a branded cork, and premium Cabernet Sauvignon wine. Each bottle hand-filled and expertly hand-wax dipped using the Undertaker's signature colour of purple. Or maybe the Ultimate Warrior pack, which features a rich and dark Zinfandel, 20% Sangiovese blend from the north coast of California. Each individually numbered bottle also features one of 3 unique corks produced with different images and sayings from the Warrior himself. How would you fit an Ultimate Warrior saying onto a cork? You've seen some of his promos, right? Woohoo! I mean, it says a lot about the decoration. It doesn't say a lot about what the wine tastes like. I have this horrible feeling it's just going to taste like very warm vinegar. But hey, prove me wrong! Compliment a beautiful romantic evening in during your lockdown with a bottle of The Undertaker. You will rest in peace after you've drank 7. Stay safe. Love you, bye.